Hi guys, welcome back. Today what we're looking to go through is just dealing with the right punch coming towards us but going on the outside of our arm. So as I've explained in other videos, we have my hands, if my hands are up, his hand is coming toward me, his hand is now on the outside of my arm. If my arm is here, then his hand is on the inside of my arm. So what we're going to be covering on this one is just the hand, right hand coming towards to do a punch, but it's going on the outside of my arm. So I'm looking pretty much at, I can gauge whether he's going to be, if he's got his guard up, let's say, and my hands are up this way. If I turn my body like so, then he changes and becomes, his punch will become on the inside of my arm. So we're looking at my hands are here like so. As he comes towards me, his hand is on the top, and then all I'm going to look at doing is using my my bonsai. So I'm just going to literally roll over it. So rather than, this is just looking to punch me, so rather than it come over to actually feed me the bonsai, we're looking to make sure that this is going to actually hit me. So he's going to bring his arms up, step in to punch, or even if he just goes straight away for the punch, coming at this angle. So rather than going up and then forward with his punch, do this for me and then punch. So up and then punch. His arms are going in two straight lines then. So they're going vertical and then they're sort of propelling forwards, or what you could say is horizontal. So we're looking at it coming from basically a diagonal angle. So it's pretty much sort of working from a three-dimensional punch, or coming towards me this way. So up and then hits like so. As this happens, my arms then come up at the same time. So I'm looking at him, his punch comes towards me, and then goes to the hip. As we do all the time, get used to the punch coming towards you. So it comes up this way, hits, still looking at between the nose and the windpipe. Here this way, so around the chin sort of area, and I'm just getting used to seeing the fact that this shoulder's going back, this shoulder's coming forwards. Start with this arm down as well, so then bring them both up and then look to hit, boom, and then he's going for that hit. So it's just a good sort of bam this side here. So he does it again for me, this way, good. So I'm just getting used to seeing what's happening with his whole body. Always do this to start with. As I say in all of the videos, we're looking for the brain to be able to trust you and to relax and to accept the fact of what's happening and be able to calmly deal with the situation. So it makes no difference which leg I have forward, if I have my left leg forward or my right leg forwards. Who cares? And none of this standing in some great stance or doing all of this stuff, and it's unrealistic in the sense that we stand here like this. He knows I'm going to know something then, so we're going to look at it from more of a surprised angle that I don't know what he's about to do. So he goes and does it, and then just hits this way. So as he does, he's coming a little bit closer, so that's it, so he comes in and then hits. Cool. So it's same for your partner as well. Rather than having like a nice sort of boxing stance with the heels off the floor already, or even if you look at a similar, with sort of a half, bow stance from karate idea there. So we don't want to be sort of here this way and then coming in, or even if we're looking at like the fencer's lunge as such. So keeping yourself more relaxed and natural than just hitting like so. So you do the same for me, and then this is when I want to use then my defense against it. So he's lifted up, I lift up, and then come through with my attack. So again, I'm looking to make sure that I'm the one controlling his balance and then hitting him. So I like to use three different things. I want to unbalance my attacker mentally. I want to unbalance my attacker physically, and then I want to knock them out. So I'm looking in terms of three things. Mentally unbalancing the person, I want to have basically the psychological edge over them when it comes to the confrontation. As I've said in other videos, I want to put doubt in their mind. What I also want to look at as well is controlling their balance physically. So when we're here this way, and he comes in with his attack, like so, then when I'm going forward, so here this way, so he's just slightly off balance. So I know that for him, if just stay there for me, and then if he tried to hit me, so he can't hit me without having to, or regain his balance. So he can't hit me with this arm. He might be able to come back and look at an elbow, but he's just slightly off balance, so he has to regain his balance there before he can now send in another hit. So keeping a person just off balance enough that they're not flying away from you and they're not in a position where they can actually throw in another attack. So when he does this again, so it goes for the punch, again, then I'm looking at coming forwards with my attack. As you can see in a lot of my videos, I'm using very much a similar defense against some of the things that people are doing. So there's a reason for this, and it's purely because you want your muscles to get used to doing the same sort of thing to always get to that outside. My arms are down. If my arms are up like this and I'm in this sort of situation or pose, if you like, and I'm trying to explain to him that I'm not interested in fighting, I don't want no trouble, you really don't want to do this, and he then goes for his attack, then my first initial movement will be to throw this arm forwards, to send in my arm to stop him from hitting my face. So we're looking at the right outside. If my arms are up and he has gone to the outside, the same sort of thing is I'm literally looking to collapse this into me. So rather than using a bombshell here and then moving it across and so on, and me shifting and doing a photo finish, we're looking at literally that as this is coming in, that this one is still here. So very similar to like the idea that we have in the beauty form. So this comes in, collapses like so. This one is up to cover as well. This one can hit, and then this one can carry on through with my attacks like so. Okay, so and your footwork, so you can see this a little bit more, comes in again. So here this way, based on how he is right now. If I'm stepping forwards, I want to step forwards and stamp down on this foot. So I want to hit like so and control that leg there. So now he has the possibility of charging forwards again and kneeing the inside of my leg, which is why, do that for me again, which is why I'm doing that. So you saw there, he can't attack me because he had to use his leg to regain his balance. So it's again very important to reiterate, I want to take the person's balance physically as well. So again for me, he's on the outside and I'm using this idea and then carrying on forwards. So he's got to this position, I'm controlling the foot, I'm controlling his other leg as well, and finish off however you want to finish off. Or when they get to that position, you've taken their balance physically, they're down on the floor, you can now reiterate or strengthen their balance, or the removal of their balance psychologically by shouting at them as well. You don't need to go into, in my opinion, you don't need to go into smashing the living hell out of someone's face when they've gone down onto the floor. There is the possibility, if you are in a situation where you feel that you do need to use that you haven't quite knocked the guy out, or you do think the guy might get back up and then come at you again, then that's your decision, that's your choice to do that. What I want to look at is more covering this first bit. So when he comes in, my arms are up, he's on the outside, and I get to the outside as well. I come in and then carry on with my attack at the same time. If I want to get around and then dropping down this way, I can carry on and then making sure that I'm into a position where I can actually hit the person and carry on. So if we come back this way a little bit so you can see better. So again, he does. So here, boom, this way, do it again please, but come in a bit, that's it. So he's actually hitting. It does bug me when I see a lot of videos as well. Again, this is my own opinion that I think it's not a good idea that you train like this, because this is never going to hit me. I'm never going to get used to the idea of someone actually wanting to hit me. The same as I've said in other videos with the punch going to the side or this side. You don't need to move. You can stand there all day. The whole point is that when that punch is coming in, I need to get to the outside. So I want to get to a different position where I can actually defend what this person is doing, or myself even. So when he's here this way, so he comes in, boom, like so, then carry on with my attack forwards here. What does that? Yeah, so again. So here, then in, and then carries on, then down this way, and then this is where I want to start looking, if you need to, carry on with your attack this way, or this controls the lower body. He can wriggle, so if he starts to wriggle with this, then get up and then just look at a stamp and move away. Don't try and get into a hold I must control him on the floor, or I must... Okay, don't I get one, please? I'm not looking at if he starts to wriggle for me, and then it becomes awkward, and I have to try and wriggle around the other side and so on. The second, the second, when I've gone down like this, if I put his arm this way, or if you're holding them like so to control him, you can quite easily look at controlling the person's arm like so, but I still have his hip controlled, or his lower body controlled with my knee into his hip. He can still wriggle and get out of these, okay? So it's literally a split second. No, I need to go down there. It's just a split second that I'm looking to be able to control him so that I can actually hit him. So, stop moaning. So if we're here this way, then I want to make sure, again, control. Now if he wriggles to get out of it, then I just want to get up, go for the hit. If you miss with this one, I can always step around and go for it again. I don't want to be in a wriggle fight with him or trying to control him on the ground, because what if he has mates? So look at just a quick warning shot if you need to, or if you are looking at doing a little bit more, probably doing a little bit more damage in the sense that, so he stepped forward with the other leg this time. So when I'm stepping through this way, so he's down, I can look at standing here this way, and a kidney shot too, so I can taking out this leg, especially if the foot is like so. This way, yeah, that's it. So if he's gone like so, this is going to take out all action of that leg. So here, kidney shot with the foot too, as well. Back of the knee, you can quite nicely sort of grind this in, because you're not going to have this nice luxury of a padded floor outside. It might be on a curb or a sidewalk, depending on where you're at. It might even be that it's the road. It might be just a concrete car park. So whatever it is, this is going to hurt. This is going to do some damage to his legs or his knee and so on as well. So we don't need to really go into the whole, I'm going to pound his head into the curb or into the pavement and do some serious damage. So again, just to cover, comes in for the punch, making sure this is on target, circle around it, then look at hitting like so. If you only have the one arm, then carrying on this direction. Again, I'm still looking to control this one. His other leg is back. He's changing his legs lots. So here, so I've got one arm, let's say I've got one arm holding shopping or something, or I have just my hand up this way, then there's still can use this same thing, down, hits this way too. So I've got that control with him as well, so I can still hit him and make sure I'm safe. But two hands are always going to be better. So again, covering, through, hits, like so, then stepping through, and then around this idea if you want to finish. This other knee, when he's down, as I was explaining earlier, could be that this is smashed into the back of the head. Don't be so nice. You can see I'm putting my body weight into my knee, which is going down into the ribs. So his focus is on that, not on so much. He's going to want to wriggle out of this. So here this way, this is where my knee can now go down. And if you see, I'll do on this one. So where I've pushed his head down, I want to try and turn it so that his face is going more in towards the floor. So although right now you can see I'm sitting back, so my body weight is away from his head. So it makes it a lot easier for him to wriggle. Now, if I do it where I push my hips forwards, then what I'm doing is pushing my body weight so it's going forwards onto the person. So what we do 1 second is just grab, so this is here. So he puts the pad down just so I can practice it. So come this way a little bit. So we're here this way. So this is just going to be the side of his head. So instead of sitting back, what I want to do is push my hips forwards. So now my knee is resting. And you can see already with his face, even with the pad here, it's not got your knobbly knee or my knobbly knee grinding into the guy's head. So here this way, this is where I can start using the hips. What I'm doing now is leaning a bit more this direction for him so that he can endure a bit more pain for me to practice. Got it? Good, get rid of that. Cool, and then back in again. So what I'm doing a few times for Monty to practice. So this side. So my punch comes forwards, he collapses, brings the other hand in, like so. Again, so boom, that's it, and then hits, 2, good. Start with the arms down, don't move. So I just get the punch going. Boom, this way. Good, 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 and then hits. Remember what we've said in other videos, if one arm can come up, there's no reason why 2 arms can't. So both arms up, that's it, and then punch, 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 yes. Good. If one arm is going forward and you're coming forward, your rear arm should move forward too. Punch, 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 forward. As soon as there is a gap or an availability for you to hit the person, you should be hitting the person. So arms down, come this way a bit. So boom, good, and then hit. Yes, hit, hit, hit. Good. Control, control. Yes, and then carry on. Push the knee down if you already hit. That's it. Good, and then follow on. Good. Again. So here. Good, and then carry on. Yes. Good. Keep the head up. So always keep the head up. Don't look down with it. So starting, and even from this distance, this is still pretty quick for the person to attack you. So, ready? Good. Forwards, and then hits, hits, hits. Good. He's looking down, so we need to get that head up. So same for you guys, when you're practicing, make sure your partner's keeping the head up. So come forward a little bit. Good, so starting here this way, and then go for the hit. As soon as you see me move, bring your arm up, and then what Monty needs to do is step his leg out to the side. That's it. So even if I do, forget your arms. Even if I do move really quick, he's already got out of the way. So boom, this way. Good, now add the arms to it. Good, and then follow through. Yes, carry on, don't stop. Good, hit, 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 head up, head up. Good, that's it, and controlling as well. Good, so keep practicing this with your partner. I've gone through loads of other different stuff with me doing it as well. Quite a bit more in depth on this video, a bit longer, so